Check it out, check it out. We got some bars for the athletes today. It's Thursday, so we're going to call it Teach 'em Up Thursday. Hey, man, this is a big time for athletes right now, right? We all know about NIL, and now it's March Madness. But this is not exclusive to March Madness. This is March Madness, the college football playoffs, Alabama versus LSU game, Texas versus Oklahoma game. Big moments in sports, right? You have to be able to capitalize on them. So we about to teach y'all some stuff today and go over some different things that y'all might need to know because even the best athletes are still lacking in this area. So let's go right here, as y'all can see it right there. Boom. This is like tryouts for NIL for athletes that are going back to college, right? So March Madness, if you're balling and you're a guy that's like, man, I'm an end of a first round, I might be a second round guy, and you don't know, you're thinking maybe I go, maybe I'll stay. But if you ball in March Madness, you can get those NIL deals. You can stay, right? Your value goes up a little bit in the NBA, but it could go up a lot in NIL. In turn, that can keep you in school, right? But then from there, you can then have another year to develop and then raise your draft stock for the NBA. So let's listen to this, Blake Lawrence from Open Doors. He's the CEO. Check this out.
What does this time mean generally for college basketball players? And this is their moment in the spotlight. What's it going to mean for their NIL values and ability to make money?
So this is like tryouts for NIL for athletes that are going to come back to college. And I think that's what's great about NIL is that a lot of these athletes that become stars during the month of March make a decision to stay in school for another year. That's what it means for everyone today. The challenge for brands and advertisers is how do you activate quickly? And somebody's going to help these brands navigate this. We've also had brands that don't know how to start because they think that you can just call an athlete in between games and get them to do something. Meanwhile, like there's literally laws against it in certain states and school rules against it. So you have to know those things 68 teams wide. And for that reason, most people turn away. We lean in. Brands that want to activate, capitalize in the moment have to have a partner that knows how to do it. And that's where Open Doors excels at is navigating those things.
What does this time mean?
One place where there's zero competition.
Bet. So that right there talks about, right, not only the athletes being able to capitalize on the moment, obviously it's the brands. And not only does the athlete need to know how to do it, if you're a brand, you need to know how, when, what's the rules. But there are things that can help you, and there's people that are in place to be able to help you with these things. So capitalizing on that moment. Also, there's too many guys that are big name guys, but all you want to do is be on social media, and you're always saying, well, I don't have enough time. I'm too busy. I'm practicing. I'm grinding. No, you in the DMs, bro. I know what y'all doing. We can see when you're online. You just not posting to your page because everybody wants to be mysterious. You're spending the time on there, so spend the time being productive and not chasing tail. So let's look at this. My Duke boy right here.
One place where there's zero competition in the men's tournament is in the most marketable athlete. And that title belongs to none other than Jared McCain, the freshman phenom at Duke. He's coming off a 30-point performance on Saturday night, which has helped him climb up NBA draft boards. But he's already been number one in the marketing draft board since he came into school. These things have helped him amass 2.5 million followers on TikTok. He's approaching 1 million on Instagram. And marketers love this. Why? Because we live in the attention economy and all of these things get attention. Often it's really good, sometimes it's bad, but it always brings people's attention. This is why live sports is the last bastion of television and why the television contracts have gotten so big so that they can sell advertisements there. And speaking of advertisements, this has helped him land many NIL deals. Everything from Skims, American Eagle This Week, Champ Sports, Fortnite, CVS, Panera Bread, the list goes on and on. And if they go on to win this tournament, his stardom will go absolutely meteoric. Can't wait to see how this Sweet 16 unfolds. And if you think somebody else is more marketable, drop them in the comments.
Now, obviously, he does a lot on his social media, right? He's going to do the TikToks. He got 2.5 million. He has, like I said, almost 800,000 on Instagram. Y'all guys and girls are on there, but y'all want to be mysterious and y'all want to be too cool for school. If you're going to be on there, be productive. I use social media, as y'all see if you're watching this, to be productive. I'm on here, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. And trust me, if you're productive, mind you, I'm just a regular old trainer, man, from Mesquite, Texas, that played at KU, now out in Forney, Texas. That makes a lot of money on social media and don't have the reach and the stardom in the moment like y'all do. Let's talk about somebody else that capitalized on their moment. See, I'm giving y'all game now. My man from Oakland. Remember, he hit all the three-pointers. So we're back on the owner of or CEO of Open Doors' page. So let's go with the numbers. These are estimated, but to give you an idea, mind you, he's not just throwing random numbers out because this is what he does. He owns one of the biggest companies that deals with NIL. But look at these numbers right here and think about a guy that started with 500 followers, I think they said, but it was very small. And imagine a moment like that for a guy like McCain, what his numbers would look like because of his followers in the views. Check this out. Y'all guys and girls are really missing out by not capitalizing and not having to do much, but you have to be smarter. Check this out.
Most people don't realize just how good Jack Golke is at NIL, not just basketball. The Oakland senior guard led the team to an upset over Kentucky in the first round with 10 threes, followed up with 6 threes against NC State, almost got into the Sweet 16. But what he did off the court was just as impressive. Let me break it down for you. First, Jack went from 500 followers on Instagram to 63,000 followers on Instagram in just 5 days. That takes him from number 4,388 amongst D1 men's basketball players to number 93 in terms of most Instagram followers. More followers means more money. Jack Golke with 500 followers could probably make around $100, $120 for one sponsored post on Instagram. Now, with 63,000 plus followers, he can command around $2,400, $2,500 for one branded content post on Instagram. That's a 24 times increase in his NIL value for one post just in 5 days. Jack is delivering for brands very quickly. During the tournament, he's posted 3 pieces of branded content. I'm gonna break them down for you. The first one is for TurboTax. And at the time of posting this, Jack had 28,000 followers on Instagram. And based on Open Doors averages, this video should have got somewhere around 16,000 views. As of right now, this TurboTax video on Instagram has 3.8 million video views, meaning that Jack has performed 240 times better than the average. That's the value of capitalizing with an athlete in the moment with the right post, right place, right time.
A couple of my buddies are just like, dude, we'll just set up an email for you and we'll do it all. So I didn't even see any of it.
Second, with UFOs. Okay, so this video right now has got 1.2 million views on Instagram Reels. Brands will pay athletes somewhere between 1 cent to 15 cents per video view, meaning that Jack on this video should earn somewhere between $12,000 to $180,000 for just one post. That's the value of this. I'm sure he didn't get paid that, but UFOs is getting a lot of value to Jack by activating, again, right place, right time, right message. These quick turn deals during March Madness. I love this stuff. The third post, this is something he posted after losing in the tournament. So this is for Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is a photo post. So photo posts don't normally perform as well on an athlete's feed, but there's an engagement rate expectation here based on his followers at the time he posts this. Open Doors average says it should get around 2,500 likes. Right now it's got 18,000 likes. Okay, that's a 6 times increase above the average. Jack Golke, living in the moment, make the most of it, love it. Most people.
So, once again, well, no, they make the numbers in. Once again, this is the CEO of Open Doors, and he's giving you the averages. He's not making these numbers up. Now, did he get paid that? Did he not? We don't know, right? Only he knows. But you're getting paid some good amount of money, right? And once again, I'm just telling you, I do this for real on social media, and I know the amount of money you can make on a post a day, a week, a month. Trust me, it's a lot. And I make a good amount. But I know people making way, way, way more than me, and I know this for a fact. So if you guys, you girls, take the time to say, you know what, I'm not just going to be on here just scrolling all day because I'm on there anyway. I'm not going to be in here chasing the girls. I'm not going to be in here just trying to post stuff to my close friends that I probably shouldn't be posting anyway. No, take the time to build your brand. If you get, let's say you're an elite athlete, and you get a $500,000 deal from somebody because you're just cold, but you're a 5-star, you got 5,000 followers. Imagine what you would get if you had 50,000, 100,000, 250,000. And it doesn't take that much for an athlete that's actually good and engaging to get that, because fans want to engage with you. If you go down my feed and look at my stuff, once again, average guy here, I have all type of people. Deion Sanders, Terrell Owens, Chad Johnson, I've had NFL Network, ESPN, everybody knows, right? And I'm just doing it out the room, out the crib. Imagine y'all doing that, and then you capitalize in the national championship game, football, basketball, whatever, the NIL tournament that's coming up. You have to understand there's never been a moment like this, and people are getting paid so much money. NIL is here to stay, but I don't know if the values of the money will always stay as high, because after years of research, it's like, okay, it's either paying off or it's not. A lot of it's not going to pay off because a lot of you they'll tell you to, do a little post of their stuff, and you do the laziest post. You don't put in good work. You don't send good footage. The camera's tilted to the side. Something's in the background. If you're an athlete at this time, please, please, please take on this NIL journey. It's second to ball, but mind you, I'm telling you this because you're on social media anyway. I see it. I know it. I deal with you all every day. You got your phone at all times. If you can text all day, you can make a post a day. So if you want to really ball and take advantage of these moments, because it's not just, the guys that have balled all year and up for the Heisman or whatever. Moments matter. Imagine OBJ being in college when he made that catch and NIL happens. That moment would be worth millions of dollars, especially if he was still at LSU. Right? And he was a good guy. Y'all have to understand. One day you'll look back and it's like, man, I was fooling myself and I was getting my bag. But $3 million sounds good when you get it. But when you look back 10, 15 years from now and you done went through that 3 mil and you knew you could have got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mil, you'll wish you did it. 10 million sound good, but when you could have got 20, you have to take advantage of something. This is not a lifelong thing. You will move out of sports one day. That's why you have to be smart with your opportunities and capitalize on it. Like them, love them, hate them, or be indifferent. The Sanders are capitalizing on everything from Deion to Shedeur to Shiloh to Bucky. All of them are doing what they need to do. That's why they're in the fashion show. That's why they post. That's why they have the YouTube. Shedeur, if reports are true, will make, I don't know for a fact, but I would put a lot of money, way more than 10 million over the last 2 years, but probably closer to 20, plus the deals that will follow him to the league. But he's always pushing. And the thing about it is, some of y'all are making enough to where you could go get a little college intern, your girlfriend to post for you and do all that. Y'all are just lazy because you got it right now. And guess what? When you look back and understand, I fumbled the opportunity to capitalize even more, you'll understand when you have the kids, when you have the house, when you have the car notes, when you're out the league, when you're out of college, and you want to take that trip, when you want to invest in a business. Dang, man, I want to invest in that business. Well, guess what? You could have had 3, 4, 5 more million for some of these top guys. You could have had 50, 60 more thousand for some of the intermediate guys or girls. Take advantage of this time. I promise you, you will not regret it. Treat it like a business because it is. We out. That's Teach 'em Up Thursday, man.